Hello and welcome to Blues U. I'm Andy Walker and I'll be taking a look back at Saturday's game against Norwich City. Well, it was a frustrating day at St Andrews for Birmingham City as Cameron Jerome's 38th minute opener was cancelled out by a stunning free kick from Norwich's Sammy Clingan. The club now face a 2-week break from Championship fixtures and it'll be a time to refocus ahead of the home stretch this season. Colin Tatton was at the game on Saturday and here he is with his match in a minute.
Hugely frustrating and disappointing result for Birmingham City against Norwich City, and one that perhaps could be potentially damaging for their promotion aspirations. Birmingham were made to work very, very hard by a very good Norwich side, to be fair, and they just could never get their own game going. There was a lack of creativity, and on a blustery day a bobbly, bouncy ball on the pitch didn't help either. Typical Championship fare really, but Birmingham took the lead through Cameron Jerome just before half time and they looked well set. Norwich seemed to be had the stuffing knocked out of them by that goal, but Blues just didn't see it through in the start of the second half. Norwich came back, Sammy Clingan firing in a free kick. Mike Taylor rooted to the spot a little bit, perhaps it came through the wall and he was unsighted, I'm not quite sure, but it was a bad goal to concede, a bad free kick to concede as well. Thereafter Norwich continued to make a lot of the running, but Blues came on strong towards the end. Kevin Phillips came back on, forced a tip over save, but things just wouldn't quite drop for Blues and it wasn't to be. Overall frustrating and disappointing, but tomorrow's another day.
If there was any positive to take from Saturday's result, it would be the return to action of top scorer Kevin Phillips and left back David Murphy. But that aside, Blues boss Alex McLeish was far from happy with his team's performance.
We started, I thought, pretty slack, casual, and seemed to forget the things that have served us well here in the recent home games. I thought there was a lot of players not at their top level, and you know that can happen obviously if you don't have your players playing at their very best. So we had a good chance to shut the game out, and we shoot ourselves in the foot. We've given too many free kicks away in the edge of the box in recent games, and somewhere along the line you're going to get punished for that. Murphy Phillips and O'Connor getting his first start. It's good to get these guys back. Sometimes you lose a wee bit of momentum with injuries coming back, and you know the players who are left out have been involved in a team that's it's been winning games. So that's the kind of dilemmas you face as a manager. But I feel that O'Connor and Phillips will definitely be among the goals for us between now and end of the season.
As ever, we're always eager to hear from yourselves, and here's a thought of one Blue Nose.
We needed a win from Blues, considering how close we are to the end of the season now. But all points do help. The players didn't really seem to be at their top level, needing more energy in the play. Though Jerome securing a goal before half-time put a positive look on things at that point. We did see some good play from Liam Ridgewell. We did seem to let ourselves down in the second half on a few occasions, not really creating enough chances to see off Norwich, which should have been 3 points for us. With Wolves getting further ahead with the win against Nottingham Forest, we definitely needed a win out of that game. A highlight to the draw was seeing O'Connor back on the starting lineup and Phillips back on the pitch with our top goal scorer. So it's going really good there. Let's hope the team get a good result on our next game against Wolves.
We've also been combing through our internet forums, and I've managed to dig out a couple of views here, which are certainly on the negative side. This first one comes from Burnsy, who says, "We couldn't pass it to each other. Buatsa can't stay in position. Carsley and Bowyer were clumsy and not in control. O'Connor clearly isn't fit yet. Sinclair was awful. Ref and linesman were terrible again. Larson was rubbish. His corners were dreadful." Well, he certainly wasn't happy with that draw there. This one also, again, similar theme here, but once again targets his manager Alex McLeish. This comes from Zulu Blue, who says, "Don't change a winning team. It's a bad omen. He should have started with the same 11, then brought on as required. Not the result we wanted. He'll regret those 2 points lost. What is the matter with him? Players should adapt with any system. Why change what you've got? Well, of course, we're always, as I said earlier, willing to hear from you, and you can send your views to the email address below. Blues now face a 2-week break, so we'll be back in exactly 2 weeks' time to preview that crunch encounter with league leaders Wolverhampton Wanderers. Thanks, and I'll see you then.